it does a lower low, the price is making lower lows, the indicator is making higher lows. This is a bullish divergence, buy signal, okay? So this is doing a lower low right here, right? This, the MACD is doing a higher low. YouTube was good. We're back this time with another update, this time to ATER stock technical analysis. The last time I did a video, people definitely wanted an update because some people have, I think actually majority of the people have a higher cost basis from when I did the video. Now, like I said on the video, my entry point was lower. I got at that entry point because I felt like there was going to be a breakout. Could have been to the upside and to the downside. The first thing the breakout did was an upside move. But if you're aware of the price currently, it's called what we see as in the Bollinger Bands as a fake out because it went up first and then downwards. Now we're at 6.30, 6.40. So it was a fake out. But given that, like I said, if you remember my video here, this area, it went up 16% that day, right? So I secured profit at that. I was completely fine with the amount of gains I had. And that was basically my trade for it. But people wanted more updates. People definitely wanted updates because you can see right here, MC says, I've also subscribed for the update as I like your technical analysis. Plus, I have ATER at 11. So even with this upside move to 9.54, if you did this trade at 16%, I did it with some options contracts, so it was a higher gain. Okay, but that doesn't benefit those that have a higher cost basis like MC right here. And some of the people did commented on it. Thank you, sir. Excellent video. Somebody even thought it was going to 11.50. I told him it was RXR was too overextended. So this individual right here wanted a weekly video, Zach. So I'm going to get to this and I'm going to explain the situation because it's very different right now. Even before we look at the chart, if you don't know about the short interest for ATER, it's at about 54%. According to some, to others, it's around 40%. But you could picture it around being 50. Remember, the short interest report is not necessarily the one that's actually known. That's actually the real one. It's only the known one. So there could be, there's a lot of discrepancies given how hedge funds can report their shorting positions. But the cost of borrow is at around 50%. We could just look at it right here. I could just show you instead of mentioning it, right? Just mentioning it. English is my main language, so sometimes I might say something slightly off. But Ordex has a bit of a higher number compared to iBorrow Desk right here, which has around 50% cost of borrow rate. And the short interest is about 50% too. So now let's go to the chart. What happened? So ultimately, if you want to delete this right here, let's just go from, mind you, my trade was already successful, right? But I'm doing this update for you guys. And I did re-enter into this with a certain amount. So I'm doing it more for like a longer term. Expecting a reversal, right? But not expecting it to have a breakout immediately in the short term. So now let's just look at this. Let me actually extend this more because I feel like we feel like too compressed, too tight right here. Okay, this is the ATER chart, right? So overall, it felt like we were going to definitely have some type of break from here, right? I know you see the camera right here, but bear with me. It felt like we were going to have something from here because if you look at the resistance, this resistance was respecting the top of 19, okay? That's why I did it like that. You see how it follows it from here? So once we got to this point, I feel like, okay, it keeps being neutral, yet the MACD is going upwards, so I expect a move, and we did. But what happened? Instead of having a golden cross, we didn't get a golden cross on the MACD, which is the purple line going above the red line. Didn't happen. we had this type of candles right here, and it indicated more downtrend instead. So we broke to the downside. You want to see the Bollinger Bands? This is what I call a fake out. So right here, very tight Bollinger Bands. You see them? The gray line and the yellow line touches the upside. Instead of breaking and expanding here, they expand over here because it was a fake out. Oh, no. Bull trap, quote unquote, if you want to call it that. Then we go to the downside. So what did I do? I basically secured around here. Tough because I could have been down on that position too. But I decided to secure profits. I was fine with my profits at that point. So now what's going on? So now it's a tougher thing because we're at a point where we definitely want to see over 7 to have a higher gamma push if we want to utilize that gamma that November has on call options on the options chain. And it would be ideal. It would be ideal. I think we even have earnings report coming. And it's interesting to see that it's happening with a lot of these shorter stocks that they have the downtrends before a news. Usually you see buy the rumors, sell the news, but we're seeing the sell-offs before there's even the news taking place because people might have bad expectations. The irony of this is if this is already getting to the point where the reversal is imminent, the news will actually cause it likely to bounce instead of it being the usual way of buying the rumor and then selling the news. You've ever wondered like how Apple just goes up before the earnings report? Because people know Apple is profitable, but once the news has taken place, they like the sell-off happens and we have a corrective wave. So right now we're actually in a corrective wave right here again. We did not have this bounce over here that we wanted to, but this pattern actually looks to me like, credit to the person that put this up on Twitter. I don't have the page currently, but it was somebody else on Twitter. Like a bullish gartley pattern. Bullish gartley harmonic. And it's right here. A, B, C, D. This is a bit different from the Elliott wave pattern. Don't look at this as Elliott wave. Look at this as a bullish gartley harmonic pattern. And after the D, we have the point of reversal. Okay? So it could be like this: A, B, C, D, E. Okay? Investopedia has it like this: 1, 2, 3, 4. So where is that? Well, if you actually notice, let me erase this line. Let me take the Bollinger Bands out. This is where the pattern looks similar. Okay? Boom, 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 boom. You see? Now, is this where the D ends? I don't know. Not sure. I could do some more measurements currently, but I just want to show you the pattern right now. And let me just hit enter, okay? Let me take this line off. So this is what I'm looking at. I'm looking at something around this variation, okay? I'm looking at a bullish gartley trying to form right here. They have different variations of it, but this is a bullish gartley in my opinion, right? Okay, so you want to add this right here and this and then this. You see it now? Bullish gartley. You see right there? However, it's a possibility, right? It's not an automatic. We have like different variations right here. It could be a 0.382, a 0.886. This would be a bearish one, bearish gartley. So I'm hoping this actually helps ATER in this reversal, that this is actually a bullish gartley. And even if you want to look at this from the standpoint, you can see where the actual wedge is. It's interesting. Now that you look at it like this, look at where the wedge is. It's right there. That's crazy, right? So now let me do it like that. Let me just erase all this. And look at the wedge. It's right there. It's still there. It is. Let me do this line right here, okay? Do I have extended hours on? No. This is the 4 hour. I could have gone with a daily. but okay. So this is the wedge, right? Do we even want to extend it to the 19 right here? This is the wedge, okay? So the wedge is still taking place and it hasn't broken. If you want to even look at this, you could say this is an A, a B, a C, a D, a E. Maybe here's where the 1 starts. You could even look at it like that. A, B, C, D, E, 1. The bullish gartley harmonic pattern has a different type of look into the letters, but it's not specifically in terms of the Elliott wave impulsive pattern or corrective pattern specifically. Now, if we look at the 4 hour, let's look at the MACD for a moment, okay? We're doing a lower low right here, so we're still descending. What is happening on the MACD on the 4 hour? We're actually at a higher low. You see? From here, this is the low. Here, it's a higher low. It's very minimal, but it's there. What does that tell me? Compared to this, where the higher low is, and this is a lower low, this is a lower low, and this is a higher low. So there's a divergence. That's called a bullish divergence. You want to look at a divergence? Bullish divergence. Thought I was going to write it for me. So now let's look at the bullish divergence. And this is the one I'm talking about. I think there's a better chart than this one. I don't know. I don't like the way that one looks. This exaggerated divergence. Okay. This is the lower low. Oh, but this is they're doing exaggerated divergences. You guys have the regular one. There it is. It does a lower low. The price is making lower lows. The indicator is making higher lows. This is a bullish divergence, buy signal, okay? So this is doing a lower low right here, right? This, the MACD is doing a higher low, okay? So that's a good thing. And the good thing is the stock is low too and the RSI is low too. So it's at oversold indicators while having a divergence on the 4 hour, which is a significant long time frame. And while the descending wedge is still taking place. So I feel like something around here is going to happen at the start of November. Look at the candles, like over here is November 3. So I feel like around this time, the beginning of November, something has to happen. And I feel like the break is to the upside because this is a falling wedge from the top of 19. So I'm feeling like by November, let's say November 11, I'm not sure if it's a week or a weekend day, but I'm pretty certain something bigger has to happen here in terms of movement and price action, because this is the falling wedge, okay? And a falling wedge tends to reverse to the upside. You want to look at a falling wedge. Falling wedge has low volume, so once the volume is strong, it tends to go where? To the upside. This is what a falling wedge is. This one looks pretty similar, I guess. Look at it right here. So falling wedge, the price is falling, it reaches this point, it goes right here, retests right here, and then it keeps going up, and it goes over this. You could take profit here, right? But usually, if it's a corrective wave, it's going to go to the upside. Falling wedge, boom, it breaks to the upside. Okay? So, let's see right here what this is right here, though, because this is falling. Okay, this is the bullish break, right? And new trend. Yet, look at this falling wedge, though. This broke to the upside, yet it broke heavily to the downside again. It established a new trend, but it even went below the falling wedge. That's an interesting one. So you could see plays like that. You can see sometimes it even goes below the falling wedge and then it goes back up. This actually happened to AMC. So very interesting. We're looking to be around the end here of the falling wedge. Okay, so this is this. So hopefully we break to the upside sooner than later. But if you're at a high cost basis, I would hold without a doubt because you're already there. Hold it if you can't average down. Let this take place. From here, it's going to at least go. If it breaks this, it goes to at least 12. At least 12.10. Now okay, so if it breaks this, it goes to at least 11.12, yeah. Now if it manages to break that, then it would actually go to 16. Okay? Remember, that's saying it, but the amount of volume the push gets from this breakout is what signifies how long it will take to get to those targets. So I'm not saying it just breaks this and it goes massively up. It could do something like this, like we saw in the pictures, as it goes up. But if it breaks these resistance levels, like if it manages to close over 12, it'll go to 16 very likely. Those type of things right there. Especially, you'll notice this taking place when the golden cross finally crosses, which is important. So that's going to be it for this video. Let me know down below in the comment section your thoughts. Subscribe for some other videos. ATER stock. I appreciate everybody that watched it. I mean, that took a bit more time than usual because I have a lot of other things to do as well. I really want to do some other videos. I'm going to do an AMC video too for this, for the chart, because I feel like we're at a critical point. It's going to be it. Take care.